All the guns you'll be seeing today are available on solware.co.uk, based in Tamworth. Hello and welcome. It's another one of our unboxing videos today. Today we have a Reximex. It's the Accura in 177 and in wood. Now, as you know, we've had the Accura in before and it won the league when it was there. The 2.2 version did. In the section it was in, it won, and I've held onto that gun for I think nearly 4 to 5 months. I've had that gun in, that the synthetic one, and it only sold the other day to one of our subscribers, Mark, who now is the proud owner of the 2.2 version. Now I'm bringing in the 177 in wood. The reason I'm bringing it in, we know he did well in the 2.2. I think he'll do even better in the 177. So I think if this is as good as the 2.2, this will be quite a dangerous gun. Now, this is the unboxing. As you can see, it's in its Reximex box. Lovely walnut stock on there, very, very dark. It looks like it's been well treated so far. What else do we get inside the box? Well, you get our two Reximex 14-shot magazines, a couple of Picatinny rails in there, some Allen keys, some burst valves, and some extras there for the filler valve on this, which is a standard Foster, so you don't really need to use it, but they're there in case you do. As with normal with Reximex, inside the box as well, you get the readings from the factory. Apparently this is pushing out about 11.59. We'll see, because we'll test it ourselves. We'll put it over our chronograph here, but that's what it's saying on there. What else have we got in our box? Well, we get our standard Reximex Accura manual, and normal with Reximex as well, they send you a few targets, which I think is always a nice touch, because you always need those to tune the gun in when you first have it, so they're handy to have in the box as well. Let's go and get the gun on the table. Let's have a closer look at it. Well, it's on the table now, and what do you think of it? Is it a bit of a looker? Well, that wood on there is lovely and dark. However, I have noticed, I think this raises, this rail does here, because if not, it's a terrible fit. Now I think it does raise, so obviously there'll be Allen keys you put in there to raise the cheek piece up to suit yourself, which is what happened on our synthetic one, if you remember. Nice stippling here around the hand grip. That's very, very grippy. Hand there in the forestock. Lovely, lovely how they've done that. Nice solid rubber butt pad at the end. Now, looking at this, I believe you get the choice of either type of rail for your scope. You've got a dual rail there, so you can have Picatinny or you can have Weaver. So 11 to 12 or the 20mm, whichever you want to. There's both options there, which is great. Large bottle on these, as you know. I think they're 400 or 380cc, something around there. So you do get a decent count to around 160 shots in 177, maybe a few more. With 2.2 obviously you will get a slight few more than that. Safety is built into the stock there. Push that way to fire, pushing to make it safe. Obviously a few people would prefer it there, they don't like it hanging around by the trigger, so for those of you who are a little bit fussy, may suit you better, that one. On the end of the barrel there you'll have a 1/2 inch UNF thread to fit your silencer, and these do have quite a bark, so please bear in mind that you will need a silencer for this. It's a sidearm cocking lever, doesn't have one hanging down, but it does, as you can hear, that's quite loud, so you will need the moderator on there. But it's always been a nice smooth operating mechanism on that. I believe it's the same mechanism they don't only use on this gun but a few other of the Reximexes, so it's tried and tested, so it's usually pretty good. So we've had an Accura in before that was really, really good and won the league, the synthetic one, when it was in our league up against the people that we put it up against, or shall we say the other guns that it was put up against. So this has got a proven track record kind of thing, so it's going to possibly be a danger. This is 177. A lot of people tell me the 177 is more accurate than the 2.2. We'll be testing out that fact. Will it or won't it? We don't know. So all in all, this is a really classy looking gun. I think how dark that stock is lovely. I will give it another recoat in some oil anyway, but it's lovely how it's done. It's not particularly rough anywhere. The only place where I've found it a touch rough is on that cheek piece, but as I say, that's an add-on piece to be designed to lift up and down anyway, so it's not got to fit perfect. But if you was rubbing your face up against there, you can feel a little bit of an edge on there, you know what I mean. It is quite rough. But besides that, feeling around the gun, I can't feel any other more places where it is rough, so that should be fine. It's got the, I've just noticed as well with this one, you get the swivels on it as well, so if you wanted to fit a strap of any type you could. Your manometer is underneath, and your filler probe it needs to go onto there. It's a standard Foster fitting, so as long as you've got that kind of fitting on the end of your bottle, your compressor or your pump, you'll be fine. You won't need to change anything. As I say, the gauge is underneath there. It's in black. I would prefer it in white if I'm quite honest with you, so it's a little bit more easier to see. People like me who are not very good and a bit of a Clarence and a bit blind, they would prefer a white one. Just a thing for possibly other manufacturers to think, stop putting black back gauges in. White is more showable and it's more easier to see. Reximex logo emblazoned into the bottom there. They're doing all their own laser cutting and everything now at the Reximex factory, and yes, they're doing a very good job of it. Again, even though that's laser cut, it hasn't left no roughness anywhere. It's quite well done, so well done there to Reximex. Well, all that's left to do now with this gun, and I mean it's a really nice looking gun, as you can tell. All that's left to do with this gun is get it all cleaned up, get the barrel cleaned, get a moderator fitted, and also get a scope on there, and let's see how we can do. Looking forward to this one. Hopefully he does give us a good show, but we never know with these guns until we get them out there and get them tested, and that's what our job is to do before they actually go into the Battle League. Let's get them out there and get them tested, and let's see what we think. It'll be into our next video shortly, where this will be pellet tested to see what we can find that matches with the gun quite well, and then after that obviously it'll go through its test and review, where we will test its performance as well as its chronograph test. Obviously the chronograph test is in there, but we like to do our own to make sure that we're not being fobbed off. How many times the shall we say the readings that come from the factory have been completely different to ours is unbelievable. So to me, I think they just throw a generic piece of paper in there myself with the writing on, because it never quite matches what we get. So all in all, pellet test next. We'll have a see exactly what pellet does suit this, and then he'll go through its test and review, and we'll have a see exactly what its power levels are, its accuracy, and what my thoughts are on the gun. If it's anything like the original one we had in the synthetic, which, as I say, one of our subscribers, Mark, has now, I was really impressed with it, and I have used it a few times on the squirrels with great effect. It doesn't let you down. It is a solid gun. So I'll see you in that next video, which will be its pellet test. Thank you all for watching today. This has been the unboxing of the Reximex Accura in wood in 177. See you all in that next video. Bye bye now.